What's going on, guys?
Welcome back to another video.
So today we're gonna be your guys' therapist. So a lot of y'all have been seeking relationship advice. We went ahead and asked you on Instagram if there's anything we can help you guys with, and a lot of you guys did not hold back. We got a lot of advice needed, and we're gonna try to go ahead and give the best advice possible as much as we can because we have a lot. We won't be able to get through all of them, so if you guys want a part 2 to this video, let us know down below or hit the like button. What is one thing I can do to make my significant other feel appreciated?
Oh, that's a good question.
I feel like at that point, you need to learn your significant other's love language. For example, Janiece's love language is acts of service, right?
Yeah.
So she loves when I help her with the dishes, or I help her clean, or I help her do something to basically ease the stress off of her mind and body, right? Doing that has got your boy far in life. It has it not?
Yeah.
It works if I'm like trying to get freaky, and then it works with easing the stress off, right? So it works. It really does work. What would you say, like, how do you make me feel appreciated? What do you feel?
I always feel like you should love someone in their love language. We had a discussion about this like 2 years ago or something, or 3 years ago.
What?
I remember we were in the hotel parking lot, and I was just like, we were doing our love languages on our phone, and we came to a conclusion, like I was like, yeah, you should love someone in their love language. And you were like, wow, I never thought about it that way. And I think ever since then you've been like,
because I never knew anything about that. I was just, you buy your girl or your man stuff, and you love them, and that's it. I didn't know that there's like a love language, like words of affirmation or physical touch or acts of service. Like there's different love languages. So find your partner's love language and love them.
Because in the beginning, he didn't really know how to like, oh, I wish I could
thought
get
it
you
was
stuff.
physical touch. That or like buying her gifts, like spoiling her. And those are not that's not her love language. Her love language is basically help me do things. So what's my love language?
Physical touch, so got that covered.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the best advice we can give is love them in their love language and vice versa.
Yeah. If your girl hits you, do you hit her back? Equal rights, equal fights. I don't agree with that. I do not promote violence of any sort, especially not domestic violence. I think if your spouse, whether it be the girl or guy, is hitting you, walk away if you can. Or if they're like literally like beating on you, you just gotta like hold them and like suppress them until they stop, and you gotta get them to calm down. I would not say to hit back. Like, I just don't think that's a good idea. It's not gonna go well.
It depends.
On what?
I just feel like...
What, not to cut you off, I feel like I'm biased though. Because I feel like a man should never hit a girl.
Yeah. Because
just like naturally, men are 9 times out of 10 more stronger. So it's like we can cause more damage. So I feel like that's not right. That's unfair. You don't do that. You know what I mean? If you're a guy, fight a guy. But I feel like a girl can get away with hitting a guy because guys are stronger. Now, even though that's not right, like I said, I'm biased.
Personally, I've witnessed a lot of females being more so abusive to men, and they get away with it because they're women. And I don't think it's right. Like, I think that it all is situational, because it's like, if she's sitting here wailing on you every single day, hitting you, even if the guy is smaller, you never know.
A guy though, he can, instead of like hitting her back, whether he's stronger or not, he should be able to hold her down or something. You know what I mean? You don't have to swing back or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need for a whole brawl.
But if it's 2 girls in a relationship,
go at it.
Yeah.
Go at it. Have fun. Same thing with 2 guys. Y'all start swinging on each other. Have fun.
Yeah, that's the only way I would say, like, okay.
Still not okay.
It's not, it's not okay. I wouldn't say.
But it's even. It's fair at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But still, we don't promote that.
No, yeah. I would say like 1 hit to just give the message. I wouldn't say go have a full brawl, but if it's like, you keep hitting me, stop hitting me, they probably don't listen. That one, it'll make them stop.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would say, personally.
Yeah, I can see that.
Very touchy subject though.
How do you guys not fight? Because me and my boyfriend keep on fighting over the smallest things. I feel like y'all have to figure out who is the problem. Now, I feel like that alone, y'all trying to figure that out will cause a fight. But I feel, sit back and think like, okay, am I the problem or is he the problem? Take that approach. If he's the problem, you got to talk to him about it, and that's probably going to start a fight. And if it does, I just don't think y'all are meant for each other.
I think 2 people can be the problem at the same time.
Yeah, they both people could be toxic.
I think it goes a little deeper, right? So you need to unpeel those layers and figure out where each of your traumas are, And why is it developing constantly in the relationship that it's affecting you guys so much? I think you guys need to heal as individuals, and you can do that together if you're logic about like situations that you encounter. So you guys just need to be mature and sit and have a conversation, and if neither of you can do that, then you aren't right for each other. You both need healing. It could be one person, you know, that's toxic and one person that's not, and in that situation, like, your gut should be telling you to go. So
the last good one that I have, and we'll move on to yours because we can't have this video be an hour long. Like I said, if you guys want a part 2, let us know. What do I do when I'm in love with 2 guys at the same time? That's tough. That's tough. I hope you're not dating both of them at the same time, if that makes sense. I hope you're dating one and you love this one, but you're like, damn, I still love this guy, like an ex or something like that. That would be more appropriate versus cheating. That's tough. From a girl's point of view, what do you think? You're in love with both guys, what do you do?
I think that it is possible to love 2 people or multiple people. But I just think that there's a difference from loving someone and being in love with someone. You can have strong feelings for someone and love them based off of past memories or based off of a connection that you formed. But when you're in love with someone, it's a completely different vibe. I think at that point you need to sit there and think, what can this person bring to my life versus this person? Can I see myself having a future with this person? Do we share the same values, same morals? Are they gonna benefit me and help me grow as a woman or man? And I think from there, I feel like you should really find your answer. But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's bad to love 2 people at once, but at some point you need to make that decision and choose the person that's right for you.
I agree. Just go with the person that honestly treats you better and that's gonna help you grow as a person. That's what I would do.
Somebody asked, is communication the most important part in a relationship?
To me, yes, 100%.
I agree. If communication is not the most solid thing in your relationship, it will crumble. Doesn't matter how long you're together, doesn't matter how much you love each other, if you do not communicate, your relationship is not going to last. Simple.
Pretty much.
You need to learn how to talk to your partner. You need to learn how to talk to your partner respectfully. And if you can't do that, then you should not be in a relationship. You need to fix yourself. And some people spend years trying to figure that out. And yeah, I think if you can't communicate, you should not be in a relationship, period.
I feel like if it doesn't click within like the first couple of months, then y'all should not be together. Like if I'm dating you, let's say for like 3-4 months, but I can't tell you what bothers me, I shouldn't be in a relationship with you. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Can you not do this? Can you do this instead? Like, not trying to change the other person, but like, again, like you have to be able to communicate like what's bothering you and stuff like that.
I've gotten a lot of questions so far. I just scrolled past like 5 or 6 of them. And it's the same scenario. Everyone's asking that they've been with their significant other for over 5 years, 10 years, and there's no ring. A lot of women are asking how to talk about marriage and bring up marriage to their partner and what should they do.
I feel like that's more for like your POV to answer because it's the girl expecting a ring. If it were me, like if I were a girl, I would have been like, bruh, what's the hold up? Like, come on, what's the hold up? What are you waiting for? I waited 8 years to propose. I made a whole video explaining why. I could have done it sooner, but I chose not to. For, again, if you want to find out, go watch the video of why I proposed. But yeah, I feel like a lot of guys really don't have the same, I don't want to say excuses that I had, but more like the reasoning. We were blessed to make the money that we do and, you know, just have the blessings that we have. And I feel like if I'm gonna propose and get married, I want to do it right and I want to do it big. So that's pretty much why I waited so long. A lot of people, they don't have that same reasoning behind them. A lot of guys, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of y'all are scared of commitment. But I feel like if that's the point and you've been with, let's say if I was with Janiece at 8 years and I proposed, if I didn't propose and I never wanted to get married, why was I around for 8 years? You're scared of commitment, but you committed for 8 years. You know what I mean? And this year we're actually about to hit 10 years. So
I know.
That's crazy. We've been together for almost a decade. So
That's crazy.
I just feel like a lot of y'all are scared of commitment, if I'm being honest.
I personally would leave, if I'm being honest. If I'm sitting here, it also depends on the situation, right? Because a lot of you women, like, you have kids with this man. Like, I just feel like if you can sit here and have me cook for you, have me clean for you, have me treat you like a husband, and you don't give me a ring yet, mind you, we have kids together and all this stuff, or we've been together for 5 years, shared all these memories, or however many years, I just think at that point a conversation needs to happen, because what's the reason of you waiting so long? Maybe they have a valid reason, like him. For our situation, it's different. We were kids when we started dating.
I could have done it sooner though. I could have, and I'm not gonna take that away from anything. But
I know, but at the same time, I feel like you should reach a level of maturity, because marriage isn't something to just throw around. Marriage isn't something that you just do because you're with each other for so long. You have to understand the commitment and what it comes with being in a married relationship. It's completely different. And I just think that if you are already acting like you're married to someone, then the ring needs to come. Like, the commitment needs to come. And if it hasn't, then yeah, a conversation definitely needs to happen. Things need to change.
I would just bring it up to them and be like, listen, I want to talk about this. What's the holdup?
Right.
Just curious.
So someone said, what do you do when a man gives his friends more time than you? Asking for myself. Well,
He don't like you.
as a man, like, what? I want to hear your perspective on this.
If you're doing that, I feel like just 9 times out of 10, you're not prioritizing your girl. Whatever, she's at home waiting for me, I'll get to her when I get to her. I know she's not going nowhere, type of thing. I feel like that's how a lot of you guys think. And you'll be like, I'm just gonna go out here, party with my friends, have fun, do whatever I want to do. And she'll be there when I get home. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of guys do nowadays. And it's not right, because that person should come first in your life. If you're prioritizing your boys, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. You know what I mean? I don't think that's right.
If a man is choosing his friends before you, and it's a constant thing, and they're not spending time with you, then it could be a few things. Maybe he's gay, or I'm dead ass serious.
That's crazy. I feel like that goes now into like him not showing you like affection and stuff.
Right.
That's different. Me not spending time with somebody versus me not showing affection when I'm with them.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But like, if they're prioritizing their friends, I just really feel like you're not a priority in his life. And if that's the case, and if you brought it up to him multiple times and he's still not listening, then I feel like he doesn't respect you as a woman and as a woman in his life. And I think that from there you should take that and put your efforts into a relationship that's worth watering.
It goes back to communication, guys.
Yeah.
You guys gotta communicate these type of things and tell them what's bothering you.
That's also very like, depends on the situation. Some guys maybe need to get away. Maybe some women are being a little toxic. They need to de-stress and get away, but maybe that's something you need to work on within yourself if that's the situation. But if it's not, then obviously he's the problem. And like I said, you need to water another plant. Like, you know, move on to another relationship. My last one is, whenever we have an argument, I'm the only one that brings up the issue, and I always end up being the problem.
So it sounds like he plays victim.
Yes, and I know a lot of people like that. That's the worst situation to deal with, because it's all psychological.
For the most part, I mean, if he doesn't want to talk about it, like he never brings it up, it kind of just sounds like being in denial. Like you just act like it never happened or whatever, instead of actually talking about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was like that, I feel, in the beginning, where I was in denial, I never wanted to talk about it. I'm like, let's just get over it, whatever. And then you mature, and then you learn communication is key, and then you actually talk about it. You know what I mean? But I feel like for a majority of our relationship, I, for the most part, always wanted to talk about our problems. I'm like, all right, can we actually talk about this? Because it's like obviously an issue and I want to get over it. There were times, I would say like 10% of the time of our relationship, where I was just like, I'm just not even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna ignore it, act like it never happened. And that's not good.
Well, they're saying more so like when the conversation does happen, it's always like her fault.
And they play victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like, I just feel like that goes back to, it's a thing of like common sense. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. And if obviously he did something wrong, in most people's eyes it's wrong, you're not the problem. You know, it's just common sense at that point. And it sounds like he's just projecting. I feel like you have to talk to him about that and be like, listen, like, a lot of times you're trying to play victim and make it seem like I'm the problem, and I know I'm not. So don't treat me like I'm crazy. But yeah, and if he's not okay with that, it's not a good relationship.
That's called gaslighting. You can't be in a relationship with someone constantly gaslighting you. Like, if you're sitting there constantly feeling like you're going crazy, and if you're always the one like, oh my gosh, like, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm trying to communicate. If you're sitting here trying to explain or have a conversation with your significant other and they're just like, oh my God, see, I knew you were gonna do this. You're always the problem, blah, blah, blah. This is your fault, blah, blah.
He just doesn't want to communicate.
Yeah, he's immature. He needs to grow up. That's pretty much how I feel about that. I feel like you need to run away as fast as you can. Doesn't get better until they change, or unless they change. The majority of the time, they won't.
Well, guys, that is it for today's therapy session. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We want to help you guys out as much as possible. So again, if you guys really want a part 2, make sure you guys hit that like button. Comment down below if you guys want the part 2. We really hope you guys want a part 2 because we want to help you guys as much as possible.
Yeah, so. I love giving people advice. It's actually something I very much enjoy.
All right, well, with all that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see y'all in the next one.